Come back now. President Cyril Ramaphosa has launched a 30 billion rand Mooikloof Mega Residential City project. The project is expected to reignite the economy and create 41,000 direct jobs. Government has promised to keep a close eye on money spent on this project. Let's talk now to Black Business Council Treasurer General Bonolo Ramokhele. Dr. Ramokhele, good morning and thank you very much for your time. From the BBC's perspective, what was your reaction when you saw this project being launched the other day by the President?
Morning, Braden, and morning to the ENC viewers at home. First and foremost, the BBC is always positive and always welcomes any project that is going to reignite the economy and create jobs. But our biggest problem and our biggest bugbear when it comes to this project is the fact that the company that is the custodian of this particular project is predominantly white-owned, and we don't seem to see any black participation in this particular project, even though the monies that are going to be spent, a significant chunk of it is going to come in the form of grants and subsidies that are paid for by the state, and we as taxpayers then we start having an interest in such arrangements to ensure that black players and black people participate meaningfully in this project and not just coming in as people who apply for loans in order to be able to stay in these houses and be in debt for 20 plus years. So our biggest issue with the project currently is that we don't seem to see any transparent announcements that speak to the fact of black participation, meaningful black participation in the entire value chain of this particular project.
So you are disappointed, in other words, that there will be no economic benefit that goes directly to black-owned players in this industry?
We are cautiously looking at this project to ensure that does not happen. And we will be having a discussion urgently with the head of infrastructure in the presidency, Dr. Ramokhele, and also we will be having discussions with the developer themselves so that we put to the table that there must be a transparent procurement strategy that caters to black players and not just the usual Braden, whereby when you talk about black participation, they make us do paving and menial tasks, whereas the lion's share of the work goes to established players. So we want to ensure that there is a sustainable procurement strategy, and also the concessions of the various, whether we're talking about shops, we're talking about hospitals that are going to be happening inside that particular development, they must be in the hands of black players so that the black people are in irreversible positions of economic power for generations to come.
Bonolo, I've seen a lot of commentary on social media since Sunday after the President launched this, and people balancing that. How do you balance the need to deliver quality projects with the need to transform an industry with that undertone that suggests that maybe you won't get quality from black players, which in my view is a bit racist?
I think we must reject that out of hand. And in fact, whenever somebody even mentions that type of speaks along those lines, you must write off that individual as a racist because it is fundamentally flawed and racist to say that black people cannot deliver and black people always do substandard work. It's very wrong because let's just make a few examples. It was not black players that enabled state capture in the audit firms. It was white firms that are paying back monies to ESCOM, paying back monies to SARS and so forth. It was not a black firm that collapsed the Grayston Drive Bridge, Braden. It was a white firm. So we need to stop with that racist undertone. And actually, we must not even call it undertone. It is racism to say that black people cannot deliver, because a lot of black companies are delivering quality and are creating businesses that are world-class in this country. So we cannot even enter that terrain. We want to ensure that black people participate meaningfully in this project and every other project in this country. We cannot be derailed by racism.
Well, you're very clear, Bonolo. So before we finish, as we conclude, You said you're going to be meeting soon with Dr. Khusienzo Sputla Ramokhele, former mayor of Tshwane, who's now heading up the Presidential Infrastructure Development Project. Very briefly, what will your then key messages be to him? Because in this Mooikloof Mega City project, the company, as you said, that is leading it, that has been awarded in this private-public partnership to work with government, is 95% white-owned from the commentary I've seen on social media. So what are you going to be telling Dr. Ramokhele as Black Business Council?
Ours is very simple, Praden. The entire value chain must be dominated by predominantly majority-owned, black-owned companies. That means from the security that guards the precinct to the construction companies, to the companies that have concessions to build the hospitals and operate schools, hospitals, you name it. There must be predominantly black-owned companies. It's non-negotiable because the people who are going to keep this development going and keep the money flowing are going to be black consumers. So black people must participate in this. And most importantly, we want a clear, concise, and transparent procurement strategy that will have monitoring and evaluation that Black Business Council and other interested parties are going to participate in and ensure that what we are saying we want to see happen actually does happen in a sustainable manner over the years and just does not end when the public outrage ends.
Thank you very much. Bonolo Ramokhele, Black Business Council Treasurer.